I'll share it. But I had a vision as I was praying of the narrow road. And so this narrow road, we know it to be true in the Bible, right? That it says straight is the way that leadeth to life, and broad is the road that leadeth to destruction. So the road was narrow and straight, but along this narrow road they had crosses on each side of the road, and they were spread out in different orders, in different spaces, all the way towards the end of that road. And the end of the road had a dark, like it was just black. And so as I pondered on that thought, the Lord revealed to me, he said that many people come to Christ and they choose the narrow road to life. But sometimes the enemy comes and he creates a stumbling block for these people, and so they give up. And so some people come to Christ for a short period of time. Some go for a longer period of time, and some go for many, many years, but then they end up giving up. And so that the cross represents the different times in people's lives that they have picked up the cross, but they laid it down, so they quit. And so as I was preaching, and the Lord brought to my remembrance that as I was a child in the days, there was many people, even ministers, that were on fire for God. And somehow or another, the enemy crept in and they stopped. And so he was telling me, like, the cross that was on the side of the road was like a spiritual death that people have partaken of. They quit. And you know, the Bible says either you're for me or you're against me. He says if you put your hand to the plow and you turn back, you're not worthy of the kingdom. Now, I'm not here trying to call nobody out. I'm telling you what he gave me. And so I'm sharing this. I was thinking all these things, and so he also revealed to me that the road is narrow, but it's a clear path, right? We must make a clear choice. There's nothing that impedes the road. That's why the crosses were laid off to the sides of the road, because we still have the opportunity to walk that road. There's nothing stopping us. The Bible says that we have all power over the enemy. All power. We can tread on scorpions and snakes, and we could put our foot on the enemy's head and tell him he's got to go. There's nothing. The thing that stops us is ourselves, right? We allow sin to creep in, or we listen to the voice of the enemy who we shouldn't be listening to. It begins to discourage us. Life comes against us. Whatever happens. And at some point, people give up. But the Bible, going back to the point, the Bible says that tomorrow's not